Yo, what is going on, everybody? Good morning, good day, good evening, good day, all of that to everybody, wherever you are on the globe. Hope you, your family, friends, loved ones, and all that are doing well today on this Wednesday, last day of July, preparing to hopefully walk into August with some wins and definitely some more humility in this daily life that we live individually, right? A quick recap, pretty much another losing day for me. A couple of my picks missed by one or two, and a few of the other ones missed by more. So it is what it is, and we are hopeful to, like I said, get some W's today on a Wednesday. But again, like I said, hope you all had a good night. For those of you who slept overnight and, probably at work or, you're off like myself, just enjoying my day off today. But we're ready to go over today's slate. I actually have to get ready to go back on FanDuel and put this pick in that I had. It was a 2-leg for my O's specifically, because the lineups did open up a little bit. Just a little bit from what they had. Also, too, as I always say, go follow me over on Twitter or X at Vortex46 for most of my picks for any sport, because I bet on NBA, MLB, NFL, WNBA. I'm try my best to look at hockey, but that's more of a here or there type of thing. But my main ones are the ones that I just named. But I do have one pick in. Specifically, it is a team pick. It is a runs to hit 4, because I personally believe that this game, specifically between the Red Sox and Twins, are gonna. I personally believe that this is gonna go over the number. Let me see if it changed. I don't think it did. So it's still sitting at 8. The books. I personally kind of believe the books believe that the over is gonna really hit for because it has hit at least for the Twins 4 straight games and for the Red Sox twice. So, but per my pick that I put out is for the Red Sox to get 4 runs. They're 6-4 over the last 10. Everything's all positive. Head-to-head even, they're averaging 5. And they're 7-4 the last 11 games of getting the over. And Matthews, specifically the pitcher that the Red Sox are batting against, he allows 9 runs. He allows 5 runs per the head-to-head matchup even as well. In 9 innings basically of him pitching, basically within a 9-inning span. So yeah, over the last 10. So yeah, personally believe that that's gonna cash. We'll see what happens with that. Let me refresh this real quick, and we'll go over, because I do have several names queued up specifically for Prop Finder here for today that I looked over for today, and hopefully we can make it happen. Oh, okay. Let me see. Something about okay. We got Houston and KC lineup confirmed. Okay, let's see. Let me look at, because they've confirmed at least Toronto's lineup. It was somebody else. I think it was Toronto and the Twins. Okay, so they just confirmed Houston and KC. Let's grab that, and here we go. So let's see what they confirmed. Now, I was looking at Ernie. This is going to be interesting too, because Joey's batting first for Toronto. Dean, he allows more home runs against lefties, but he actually struggles against righties, right? But as you see here, per his hits, he doesn't allow that many hits, right? But he's still struggling with his pitch mix. And when you also look at his own StatCast over the last few days, whether it's righties versus lefties, he's technically more recently over the last few days have been like kind of handling right. So handling business. So I'm kind of curious if Toronto can be able to get under his pitches today. But Ernie's in a weak spot, which is actually the best spot here. We can look at Ernie real quick. Ernie is not on my list that I have queued up, though. That's the thing. So he only has 1 home run in the last 10. He has 3 games over the last 10 of 3 or more HRRs, which is good. Total bases, same. Well, technically, it's just like 2 total bases, technically 3 times over the last 10. But he's 0-4 against Dean. But Dean also, Ernie is struggling against the pitch mix, specifically Dean's pitch mix. But his line drive is good. It's 33, right? His pull is 53. So he's still struggling to get under the ball, though. That's the thing. He's hitting a lot of ground balls. So that's why his info is down. So I'm just like curious to see if Ernie can take advantage of the spot that he's in, because he's 50-50 away and during the day, struggling in July, but he's batting really fairly decent on a Wednesday, but his OPS is great at 829. Struggling versus righties because he bats better against lefties, but he's batting great. Why? Because he's only been at bat 4 times in at second, so he doesn't have a home run, but his OPS is still high at 1.35. So I'm just kind of curious and wondering if Ernie's gonna maybe hit a home run, or just more so just get maybe 2 to 4 total bases or 2 to 4 HRRs, because he had 4 yesterday in what I believe, it's the second game. So I'm curious about that. Currently, there's no lineup for Baltimore, which they kind of need to pick that up because the game's going to be starting in less than an hour. So we'll see with that. Twins and Boston. Like I said, I personally believe that the over is gonna the 8 is gonna go over 8 runs today, and it might be more so due to the Red Sox, and I'll talk about in a moment. We look at Brian. He's pitching against the Twins. He's struggling against lefties and righties. Pitch mix struggling as well, right? And then we look at what he's doing against lefties and righties. The last spots that he's been pitching, he has been like in the middle, like 50-50. Like sometimes allowing some field outs, but then sometimes line drives and stuff. So it's like he might, he's allowing hits. So I'm just thinking that the Twins can still put up maybe 4 runs today. Usually when I'm doing team props, as far as runs, I always push for 4, because I feel like, 1 to 3 runs is like more of the easier ones. 4 is like more of the tester to see if teams can actually get 4. So I personally believe that Twins can more than likely get 4 runs today, and then also 2, Boston can get 4 runs off of Zeb. But Zeb is actually, I feel like here's the thing. He's allowing actually 5 runs, right? He's struggling against lefties. He's more so struggling with his pitch mix. But more recently, again, struggling against lefties, right? We can look at lefties. Like he has been sort of kind of shutting some down, but then also allowing some hits too. So over the course of him pitching over the last couple of months, I just kind of believe that he may still get some strikeouts against Boston, but per my list, I have Doran on there, Roman Anthony, Doran on there. So because they're lefties, they're opposites. So let's look at Roman. He's not in the weak spot. He doesn't have any home runs over the last 10, but he's getting total bases for the most part. Over the last 10, he's averaging 1.5. And in these last 4 games alone, he's gotten 3 or more HRRs. So this is great. And he bats well against righties. Now, he struggles against the four seam and the changeup. But again, Matthews is struggling against the four seam and the slider, pitching-wise. But Roman bats great against the slider. Because, again, Matthews pitches 28% he throws the slider 20% of the time. Even though Roman doesn't see it that much, he still can connect. His line drive is 47%. And he's been getting his EV, look at his EV and stuff, all that stuff. He is still hitting the ball. So he's still, again, this is the reason why he has all of this the last few games. This is attributing to his information. And then his splits, he's batting great during the day, but away he's struggling. But he's still batting decent enough in the month of July. Struggling on Wednesdays, though. But he struggled yesterday, and he still was able to get 3 HRRs. So I took him as a main pick for 4 HRRs just to be real aggressive with that pick. But I knew in my heart of heart I should have taken that plus 155 and just put, threw $5 on the pick, and I would have won some money, because Roman got those 3 HRRs like within the first I think like 3 or 4 innings. Like that first half of the game, he got it easy. And I was like, all right, he's there. I just need him to get one more hit and we should be good, but he never did. So, missed opportunity, basically. But he's batting well enough against righties with a great OPS 927, and batting first, he's batting great with a 1.12. So I personally believe that he can get 3 HRRs again today for a 5th straight game. And again, more to push the point even more, he's batting great in the series too. So, and he went 2-1 with HRRs, hitting 3, 2-1 against the Dodgers. So he's doing great. I feel like he can finish great today. So I would probably more than likely I'm probably going to put him down for 3 HRRs again today. And I think I'm going to actually do him and Doran. Why? Because Doran, he's been getting HRRs, a lot of them over the last 10. Now he's 0-2 against Zebby. He's a lefty, though, who, again, he struggles to pitch against. But he's hitting the fastball, and he's hitting the slider. When you look at it, same thing with Roman. They're both hitting the slider. But then look at his stuff. His EV's up. Even just the last few days, he's getting under the ball. He's getting some doubles and triples and all of that. So I personally believe that him and Roman can get 3 HRRs. So that's my official first parlay. I'm going to do that right now. That's one of the main reasons why I decided to go with the Red Sox to score 4 runs today. And again, like I said, I personally believe that the Red Sox game, that 8 can hit. Granted, if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I still believe that the Red Sox can still score 4 runs. So, HRR, DraftKings. So, Roman for 3. His actually went up. It's a plus 175. So, I'm going to take that. And Doran, his is a plus 160. I'm going to take that. That's a plus 440. I'm going to just throw a quick buck on that and hope to get back a few bucks. So we'll see what happens with this pick here. So like I said, that's the reason why I decided to go with that one. So that's locked in. As far as the Twins, like Brooks Lee he's in the weak spot. He's in the spot, right? He's technically in the best spot, right? His OPS is high. He has 3 hits in 11 at bats, 2 home runs. He's a switch batter. Brian, he's struggling in his pitching. He allows some hits, but again, he still gets some strikeouts, at least 4, more recently. So Brooks, he did his thing yesterday, right? Random 2 home runs, which included 9 TBs and 10 HRRs. Now he's 0-3 against Brian here, but he bats well against the 4-seam, which Brian pitches 23% of the time compared to the sinker, which is 24, just shy of 25. Now he struggles against the sinker though. Brooks does. But his line drive is high. But against righties, his EV's good more recently over the last couple of days. More technically, even more few days. But he's had some line drives and stuff. But he just hasn't been able to do anything. So I'm curious. I'm not going to put him down, but I'm just kind of curious and going to see what he's going to do today. Cody, I would have loved to put him down, but he's been struggling more recently. He bats well against righties outside of his batting average. He's green in the pitch mix mostly. His line drive is 27%. His EV is up over the last few days mostly, right? He's been getting on the ball. He's been getting some singles and stuff, right? Now his data, he's 50-50 away, 50-50 during the day, but he's struggling on Wednesdays. His best day, it looks like that he's bats is Saturdays. And then the second best spot to bat is Mondays, which was yesterday. But again, he's struggling today. He's struggling on Fridays, Sundays. So it's like every other day he struggles. We're on the other day where he struggles to do anything. And he's 50-50 with a great slug at 532 versus righties with an 825 OPS. So I'm just like, yeah, he's on a down scope right now. I'm not going to bet him. I'm just going to just see what he does. Willie was in a weak spot. Royce was in the weak spot yesterday. They both were in a weak spot yesterday. They're not today. Because this is actually my first time looking at their info. His line drive is good. EV's still up, still in the 80s and 90s more recently, which is still good. But he has had a lot of ground balls, which is the reason for his low total base, low HRR. But he bats well on Wednesdays. He's actually batting great, batting 5th, which is his second. Third most. Actually, no, 4th. So he mostly bats 3rd, then 2nd, then 6th and 5th. So this is 4th spot. And interesting enough, though, he has the most home runs that he has is at the 3rd spot, just one above where he bats 3rd. So, but his OPS is the best batting 5th too at 1.06. Could he get 3 HRRs tonight or today? Interesting. Because again, he's facing off against Brain, who still allows hits. So I'm interested in that. Man, I need Royce to get back to this, right? Okay, he bats well against the fastball, which Brain doesn't throw that much. But he does throw the sinker a lot, and he bats well against the sinker, which is good. Let me see. Okay, he's gotten some doubles this month, singles, but no home runs. He's not anything home run, just doubles and singles. Okay. He was actually batting better this past week compared to the beginning of the month. Let me look at you, Warner, because you had some random stuff. Okay, not too random, but... Oh, man. Missing me being off, I think, because I woke up at, like, I think it was just before 3 a.m. and I was up until, like, 4 in the morning. And then I dozed back off and then woke up at 7 in the morning. I've been up ever since. Maybe that's the only thing. Like, I slept, but then, like I said, random wake up. Okay, so Warner's struggling on Wednesdays. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's look at Trevor. Just doing this real quick because, like I said, I have to go back in and put this 2-leg for my O's. I think it was Ramon and who was it? Was it Ramon and O'Neal? Just for them to get 2 total base. It was a 2-leg. It was on FanDuel. I should have just put it in before I put the Red Sox pick in, but I wasn't thinking at the time. Now he's getting angles. I don't know. Because he did go yard yesterday on some random stuff. I don't think it was in the weak spot though. But Bray, you had 2 total base. You had 2 HRs. That's fine. Did better the day before. I just don't know if I would want to trust him for anything today. Okay, he's batting great, batting 5th, where he bats the most. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I can trust Abreu to do anything today. I don't know. Didn't Yoshida do something? Or am I wrong? Maybe it was somebody else. It was a different Yoshida. Now you, sir, you had 3 total. I didn't know that. You had 3 total bases, 3 HRRs. You actually 1 and 2 against Zeb. You had a triple last night. No wonder, because they were facing off against the rookie. That's why. I knew that they were going to score a lot of runs because they were facing off against a rookie. I just had that feeling. That's why I'm disappointed in myself, because I didn't put the Red Sox down to score so many runs yesterday, and I should have, because I want to do a aggressive team runs pick. Like, instead of just taking 4 runs, I put them down for, say, like 6 at plus value type of thing. I'm like, all right, team usually will score 4, maybe 5, but today might be the day where they get 6 or more. And that's more than likely going to be at a positive value, right? Oops. So let me see, because Caesars usually has I know Caesars usually has like runs you can put down for more. Let me just look at this real quick. I want to see something. 'Cause I know I'm still on the Boston game, but I want to see. Yeah. So if I would have taken Boston for 6 runs last night, I'm guessing it was higher because it's plus 190 right now. So it's probably like plus 200 maybe last night, maybe a little bit more. That would have been an easier cash. Granted, if I would have believed that they would have scored 8 runs, then yeah. Currently sitting at plus 450 for them to get 8 runs tonight. It's just one of those super aggressive picks that I would more than likely look to do for a team run thing. So yeah, there's that. All right, so that's that one. Okay, Vinny was the one that handled business. He even got 7 TBs and 6 HRRs. I went with who was it? I went with Salvador. He did not come through for the home run that I had him down for. He didn't do anything total base or HRR. Now against Joey though, he has a home run. He's in 8 at bats. He has 4 hits with 37 pitches thrown to him, but he's struggling against lefties. Yeah, see, he was doing better a little bit back in May, but since then he hasn't really done much. So that's something like that. Because now Vinny's in the weak spot. He's in a great weak spot, right? 1.51 OPS. Joey struggles against that spot. He allows more home runs against righties, though. Because Vinny, he doesn't do too much currently, but he loves the fastball. And this money, he has 3 home runs off of lefties. So, but that's pretty much the beginning of the month. Man, I'm still curious. Maybe I can take Vinny for maybe. Again, it's a maybe. Oh. So Adam Frazier is also an OPS. Pretty much these 2 are the highest weak spots. He's a lefty. It's 0-4 against him. He loves the cutter, which he actually throws the most. Adam could possibly, maybe, he has a couple of doubles versus lefties. Today could be the day he goes yard today. Because again, he loves cutters. Mostly 50-50 on his splits. Now, per my 6 leg, Bobby came through last night. He had 2 hits. He had 5 HRRs. I did feel really good about Bobby's info yesterday. And I really should have been... another pick I should have did was him separate. Not just for 3 HRs, but for him. And actually, I did actually feel good about Corbin Carroll. And he got... How many did he have? Let me pause on that real quickly. Ooh. Corbin's not in the weak spot. Okay. So if I just parlay Corbin, Bobby, because I think I went like 3 and 3 last night on that parlay because it was a 6 leg. Now, if you were paying attention, let me go here. Go prop, because Prop Finder did post this. Where are you? Ooh, nice. Somebody turned 350 in the 1700. Nice. Yeah, if you were paying attention, Prop Finder shared, somebody posted that all three batters for Detroit that were in the weak spot, all three of them went yard yesterday. So that was a missed opportunity on my end, because I did not really look at any of those batters. So there's that info for you. So it's kind of looking like the same. You know, Carey's he's just coming back from injury. He didn't do anything yesterday, the day before. He's 3-6 against Ryan. Ryan struggles against lefties. So he's in a spot. But Carey's 50-50 against the fastball, which Ryan throws a lot. 61%. That's wild. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So let's see. Look at this fly ball percentage. Sheesh. ZV's up. He's been getting under the ball. It's just, you know, it's the only thing. So at 8 at bats in the month of July, he has 3 hits. 1.00 OPS. He's struggling on Wednesdays though. Basketball against righties. He's 50-50 batting third. His OPS is 903, which is great. Riley went yesterday. Missed opportunity for 5+ TBs and 9 HRRs. The only thing with Riley is that, let me look at this here. He hasn't gone back-to-back since the middle of July, as far as HRs and total bases, if I want to assume that, yeah. So it's the last day of the month. Do I want to take a chance that Riley gets, say, 3 HRRs today or 2 to 3 total bases? Do I really want to take that chance? He struggles against Ryan in 8 pitches. He's batting well on Wednesdays. Batting really well against righties. He's batting well, batting fourth. All of his OPSs are what, in the 900s? Yep. Per those specific spots. So I'm just like, I don't know if I want to take this chance at him, because fastballs are basically his weakness. If you're been really watching Riley, he loves to swing at fastballs, which, you know, his K percentage is still up. Now he strikes out against changeups too, so he's swinging at that a lot too. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I want to do. Let me see what he. Okay, it's not showing. Maybe this will show up. I'm on Twitter now. No, it doesn't show. Okay, that one doesn't show. What about this one? See, it's not showing the specific pitch. This one does. It's just not. I don't know if it's a fastball. It's not a fastball. It was a changeup. So he hit a changeup yesterday, which he loves. So, but again, not Ryan, but Ren. He's not throwing the changeup that much. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like Raleigh's not. He may not go back to back today. Man, he's struggling. Like Torque was on a. Well, he's still getting HRRs. It's not like he's not. It's just that he's been cold on the home run side of things. Now, he would be possibly somebody I would take for total bases and HRRs. Well, man, he had back-to-back games of 2 singles. That's great. Yo, fam, I didn't even see your, hold on, let me test, because it didn't come through on the thing here. Let me test the comment real quick. Alright, hold on. I'm just now seeing your comment. I didn't even see your comment. It didn't come through. Let me refresh the... chat on my OPS here. Maybe that will fix it. Okay, let me wait a few seconds and then I'm like I said, I don't know what's going on. Random small difficulty on my end. All right, let me try this again. Test number 2. So it looks like I have to. Looks like I'm gonna have to. Looks like I'm gonna have to. Cause I can't do. That's the thing. I can't do this live. I don't think. Chat. Hold on. Maybe I can. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna blank the screen. I'm still here. I want to see if I can do this live. Like maybe I can fix this live. Like maybe possibly I can fix the OPS on, OBS chat on the live screen here. Oh, whoa. Your joint just came in. Randomly. I said, come on, Kelly Robinson. Do another. Hold on. Why isn't mine's coming through? Okay. Never mind. Alright. Alright. I guess we're good now. Because I was like, something's weird. Something's going on. That I was putting these test chats in on my phone per the stream, but nothing was coming through on OPS chat on my laptop on the cheese. All right. So I looked at Suarez. Suarez, I'm not really feeling his numbers. One, because he's struggling in the last few, technically he did well in the beginning of the Houston series, but then since then he just hasn't been able to do anything. So he's 1-5 against Chris. He bats well against the pitch mix. But again, he's even against righties more recently, he hasn't been able to find the ball. So I'm just like, I don't know if he's going to do something or he's not going to do something. I don't know. And he actually bats better batting fifth. Oh, shoot. Let me stop playing around. Let me go back to this Toronto game. So this is what I was looking at. This is what I was feeling. Okay, we finally have a new lineup here. All right. So let me... so they didn't do anything. Okay. All right, so Rushman's and Colton and Dylan are in a weak spot. Actually, Dylan's in the better spot. So if y'all were paying attention to the game, the first game yesterday, my O's went off. We handled business. But now we're going against Jose, who he allows like roughly 5 hits, basically. But he still gets some strikeouts. He struggles against lefties. And he's like sort of kind of allowing some hits, more singles than anything. Do you see here? No home runs in the last couple of weeks. Last home run he allowed was against the Athletics on the 13th. He threw a sinker his way and he got under it and sent it. Which he does throw the sinker a lot. But with that being said, Jackson, he did play the first game. No, I'm sorry. He didn't play the first game. He played the second game and he didn't do anything. So interesting enough. So per my draft pick, I had a 4-leg with Holiday on it. I would put him down just for 2 HRRs. It's saying that he came in the game. He got a HRR in the first game, but on the original pick that I have, it say that he was voided because he technically didn't play throughout the game. So they must have brought him in super late. So he bats better on the weekends. Yeah. Yeah, so he bats better on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. So I don't know if he's going to do anything today. Again, per the series, he hasn't done anything. Maybe he does something today. Maybe. But Jose is actually batting or pitching. He's allowing more hits against righties. So maybe Jordan does something again. Because look at this, back to back. Well, no, he went off in just okay. So he didn't play in the second game. He just played in the first. But he's struggling against Jose himself. Okay, he is hitting the sinker, but not too much damage. He's getting mostly ground balls, but he has some singles though, which is still a good sign. Maybe still take him for 2 total bases. Maybe still take him for, say, 2 HRRs. Minus 160. Let me hurry up here. Like I said, I did have a pick for my O's specifically that I wanted to do. Like I said, it was a 2-leg, and like I said, I should have just put it in originally, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I think Tyler O'Neill is not playing today, so that works out. I did have O'Hearn on my slip though. I remember that for sure, because he's batting great against Jose. Okay, O'Hearn is a plus 110 for 2 total bases. He's batting well away and at home and during the day. He's struggling on Wednesdays though, but he's batting well enough against righties, and he's batting well, batting fifth. So I kind of feel like he can get 2 total bases again per this series. Plus, again, he's batting well against Jose himself. He has 2 home runs off of him, right? Okay, he's struggling batting 6. Okay, you're down at the bottom of for Chris, he's back at the bottom of the run. He's batting well against Jose. So I'll probably just take Chris. Yeah, he's batting well on Wednesdays versus righties. 50-50 versus righties. 50-50 batting 7th. What's his plus 120? Screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'll do a Hearn for 2 total base and Chris Mullins for 2 total base. Plus 325. Let's do it. Second pick locked in. I wanted to at least get something for the game, at least this game specifically. So there's that. This is the opening game. I got something for the Boston game. Now let's look at. Hold on. Is it the Boston game or was it the Detroit game? Let me double check. It was the Boston game. So if anything, I would rather do like a probably like a 4-leg 2 HRR ticket for the I guess maybe the 210 games. That way that sits better. So let's do that. Let's work on that. So that gives me some extra time. And I'm gonna try to go just another half hour because then I want to go and make sure I just pretty much go and make sure I just kind of chill the rest of the day and eat some lunch and I don't know, I may watch that Fantastic Four lying in bed here at home. Let me see. This is gonna be I would say because the pitchers that are pitching for the most part are really good pitchers. So this is a definite gamble, I believe. Now, Walker's pitching. He allows hits. Ryan allows hits, if I remember correctly. Let me see. I think Freddie has allowed. He has allowed some hits. He's struggling against. Also against righties outside of the ISO. He allows more singles versus lefties, though. And again, he's facing off against the team that can score runs. Hold on one moment. One moment. Yeah, because I don't want to forget Toshman. Sorry, I'm messaging somebody on the Discord. It's O'Hearn and Mullins for 2 total bases. That's it. Just O'Hearn and Mullins, 2 total base. Yeah, give me one moment. I'm just messaging. So if anything, let me. No, I'm looking at this here. Let me see. So this is my original list that I did grab here. I think what I'm gonna do right now, before I do my other pick, I'm just gonna do this what you call it pick here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of these down for 2 HRRs each. I'm gonna just put them all on one ticket right now. If and this is gonna be on FanDuel, but that's if they will have a lot of this stuff open. Before I even do that, let me here fam, I'm texting you all the I thought I grabbed give me 1 second. I'm sending the pic to y'all in the text group, and then I'm gonna also send this again. This is the Baltimore O's pick that I just put in. O'Hearn and Mullins for 2 total bases. Texting this to y'all real quick, and then I'm gonna also message this to the Discord groups that I'm in. I guess if anybody wants to tell this pick here, we'll see what happens. Once I'm done doing that, then I will sheesh. Somebody has a 3-leg home run joint. Okay, cool. Hoping for the best. And oh shoot, almost forgot about my my Boston pick. Can't forget about that, son. Can't forget about that, baby. Okay. All right. Now, per this pick, like I said, let's hope that FanDuel will allow me, we'll have the stuff open for some of these picks here. So Boston. So I'm going to do Roman Anthony and Doran for 2 HRRs. And let's see. Okay, they have FanDuel has this one open. So Doran is a -140. -150, and Anthony is a -140. Okay. That alone is a +157. White Sox. Like I said, I have Toshman here. and Benintendi. Excuse me, Benintendi. Excuse me. Okay. So Benintendi is a minus 130. Same thing with Toshman, minus 130. Four leg alone is a plus 618. Like I said, let's just be aggressive with a big with a much longer ticket. Just put all these names on this ticket. Let's see if they can go out here and make the magic happen here. Where's... Okay, Arizona. I'm gonna put Pete Carroll back on here. See if Carroll can get another 2 HRRs or more. He's a minus 210 for 2. And then, whoops, Caminero. I don't know why I was thinking he was, for a split second, I don't know why. I thought he was playing for Seattle. Like, no, he doesn't play for Seattle. Oh, they don't have him available. For 2 HRRs, so I'm just gonna have to, which is interesting because that game, that Tampa game is, okay, never mind, it's in the evening. I apologize. What about the, let's see if they have anything open for the Marlins game. They don't. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just go with this. Doran, Anthony, Benintendi, Toshman, and Carroll for 2 HRRs each. This is a 5 leg. It's a plus 951. The odds went up. I'm just going ahead and put that down. I'll take it. That'll be the pick. Fam, I'll send this in the text, and then I'm going to post this in the Discords. I'm just going to go on ahead and, you know, oh, just forgot. There we go. The wrong image. The right one. Bam. Sent it out through the text, and then now let's see. Oops. Again, let's hope for the best with just the tickets so far. All right. Okay. Let's look at. Hold on. Before I do that, let me see if I see anything. Because again, Freddie, he's still allowing home runs in general. It's just that the righties are hitting a little bit more. Now Shota is having higher fastball, fly ball percentages, hard hit percentages versus Freddie. So, of course, Cheerio comes to mind. He just doesn't have any info. I'm guessing he's coming back from injury or something. Well, then again, hold on. Let me see. No, because he batted yesterday. Just more recently, he was hitting righties. All right. But he's facing off against the lefty now. But his EV is still high. Still getting on the ball, but a lot of them are field outs. So, whoops. Just no info on where he's batting next. I don't know about Cheerio. Maybe Yelich. He's 3-6 against Shota, but he's been struggling to find the ball. Now he's had back-to-back games of two or more HRRs though, which is decent enough. His line drive is good, but against lefties he's been, I guess, struggling for the month. Yeah. Now Wednesdays he's struggling. His best day for him is Fridays. Well, you could say Thursdays, but he hasn't had so many at bats on Thursdays though. But his OPS is high on Thursdays, and he's struggling against lefties, so he might get shut down again. Let me look up William here. Back-to-back days of 2 or more HRRs. Back-to-back days of 4 or more HRRs. That's great. I missed on his stuff yesterday. I'm kind of let down at myself. He has been getting under lefties, though, for the month. Some singles, 1 double. So I might possibly take him for maybe a 2 total base spot, maybe. Now, granted, you could probably more than likely take him for maybe 3 HRRs. The safest pick is 2. In the midst of him struggling on Tuesdays, he was still able to get, 5 HRRs yesterday. Which is good. Really good, really. Okay. All right. For Chicago, oh yeah, Carson and Swanson. Best bet for Carson would be probably 2 HRRs. In the midst of him still struggling against Freddie. Look at his angles. That's good. He's batting great in the month, but struggling on Wednesdays. And he bats great against righties, but he's struggling batting 5th. His best spot to bat is 6th and 7th and 4th, in that order. Actually, no, 9th. You want Carson in that 9th spot, son. I understand. I get it, but he's batting 5th today. Well, no. He hasn't. Swanson. Could he get back-to-back days of 2 HRRs today? Yeah. He's had 3 singles against righties over the course of the last few days. He's hitting ground balls because his ground ball percentage is high. Looks like he's 50-50 all across the board except for versus righties. But he bats great in the 8th spot with a 1.18 OPS. For the most part, the last 10, anytime he gets a total base or 2 HRRs, he usually gets it again the very next day. So I kind of have a feeling that he can at least get 2 HRRs today. Maybe, possibly. Just something I'm thinking for Swanson. O'Hearn went yesterday. Missed opportunity for 5+ total bases. Missed opportunity for 5 HRRs. He's batting well against Freddie outside of his batting average. He has a home run against him. O'Hearn might be the play for this game. So he bats well against at least his batting average. His batting average is up. And his for the curveball is really up. And he actually throws it 50% of the time. Not 50, but 15, excuse me. He's hitting righties too. So O'Hearn might be more of the play. Look at his HRRs too. So HRR for O'Hearn, definitely 1.5. It's a plus 125. That's a great spot for O'Hearn. Maybe parlay. Let me see. Because Mike has been down. Because Mike has been mostly green, mostly. He's struggling on Wednesdays. Because Mike may not do anything until the weekend. And he's struggling batting first. Because he mostly bats 4th, 5th, and 6th. So I'll probably just not put him down. If I want to do like a parlay. Let me just relook. Oh, you know what? I didn't even look at Collins. Because Collins. Okay, every other game, I guess, since the 26th. Same thing with his HRR. So today might be the day where the trend comes through. Because this possibly is a trend. Technically since the 23rd. Because he had 4 HRRs on the 23rd. Didn't get it 25th. He did get 4 on the 26th. Didn't get it on the 27th. He got 4 on the 28th. Didn't get anything yesterday. So he might get 3 or 4 HRs today. Maybe 2. Same thing. Maybe 2 total base. So maybe do let me just relook at his stuff here. Okay. If I want to do like I forgot the game starting. Let's see if there's any action on this first game. Nothing for Toronto. except for Joey. He got a hit, so that works out for him. But everybody else, I guess they pop fly, pretty much fly outs. Let's see what my O's do at bat next. So Collins, let me look at your split, sir. 333. There goes that number. He bats really great on Wednesdays. OPS is high, 1.19. The only thing he's struggling at is batting average versus lefties. But I kind of feel like he's in a better spot versus the lefty. Just don't know where he's batting at. So I may still take Collins, because if I want to do like a two-man, definitely would take Horner, because he looks like the best to me currently. And I didn't even look at Suzuki here. He's he has a home run. He's 50-50 all across his splits. Excuse me. Yeah, Horner looks the best to me. Unless I want to take a chance on PCA possibly getting a couple of hits against Freddie. He positive as far as the matchup against Freddie. I mean, he had 2 doubles on the 27th, 1 single yesterday. Maybe do no real info. Well, he's green against the pitch mix, which is good. We just don't know the lineup for... Okay, still no lineup for Milwaukee. Let me relook at Swanson again. So he's 2 for 19 against Freddie. Man. Pushing it here. But he bats great, batting 8th out of everything per his info. His best spot is just the position itself. Dang it, I done lost who I was. Is it Collins? No. I forgot. Or was it Swanson? No, it was Swanson. Because Swanson was the only one that was... Or Chicago was the only one that was confirmed. Again, Cheerio doesn't have any info. Let me look up his. Let me go on the app here because this might help. Okay, my O's have some runs on the thing here. Let me look at this. Okay, so Holiday got a hit. There's some error stuff too, so we will see. I'm looking at Cheerio now. Oh, that's why, because he has a hammy. He has a hamstring. But per his stuff, per his HRRs, he's pretty much been getting 3 HRRs in the last week consistently outside of the 28th and the 22nd. So he's technically been averaging 2 HRRs or more over the last several days, which is why his his singles and stuff are up too. It's just that I don't want to put him on a ticket if he's not going to play today. I don't even think they'll even let me put him on a ticket. Because I was thinking like Horner and maybe Churio or Collins, just like a little 2-man. The hell. So let's see. Let's see if he pops up on FanDuel. And he is not available. Alright, so Hearn is a plus 110 for 2 HRRs. So I'll automatically put him down. And I'm going to probably just go with my second option here. Hold on, before I do, let me look at Matt. Yeah, I just saw. I didn't know that he was injured. So he's probably not even going to play today. Okay, you're red and a lot of stuff. Oh yeah. How did I forget about the homie? What's Oh, there he goes. So Carson Kelly's a plus 125 for 2 HRRs. That's probably only because he struggles against Freddie. And I don't know if I really want to trust Mike. He's a plus 105. And he's struggling batting first. So I don't know. Should I take Mike because it's so low? Or should I just take PCA? His is a plus 100. Because so far, more recently, anytime I've taken PCA, he hasn't showed up at all for me. I know I've taken so long on this one game, and I'm like, I should have did this pick. So, all right, I'll do PCA. So the 2-leg is PCA, 2 HRRs, Horner for 2 HRRs, You know what? I'll add not Carson. Let me look at Kyle real quick. Might be Kyle. Maybe I'll do Kyle. Because Kyle's a minus 115. Yeah, I'll do Kyle. Instead of a 2-leg, I'll do a 3-leg. All Chicago Cubs squad. 2 total base each. Horner, PCA, Tucker, plus 418. Oh snap! O'Hearn, he must have hit a home run. He has 4 total bases. He must have went yard. He must have. Let me look at that real quick. Three run. He did. He hit a home run and 2 RBIs. Missed opportunity for the 2 RBIs. Missed opportunity for Holiday to get 2 HRRs. Gunnar has a run in. O'Hearn went yard. Nice. Nice. Now I just need Chris to come through. If Chris can come through, I'll take that first win of the day. Let's go. I told y'all my O's finally decided they wanted to start hitting because my squad, the players finally decided to come from injury, which includes our bullpen. So we are making it happen, son. I'm glad. So I really should have put the O's down for, say, maybe 5 runs today on a plus value type of thing, but I didn't do it. But it's okay. Hold on, before I do that, let me send this pick out. Let's send this pick out to the masses. Tucker, Horner, and PCA for 2 HRRs today. I guess something was telling me to connect at least the Baltimore game with one of the 1 o'clock games, but I just didn't do it. I'm just gonna kind of stick with some of these individual game bets. Okay. Getting this pick out to the community. Getting it out to the community, son. Let's go. All right. So Azuna hit yesterday. Raleigh hit yesterday. I was feeling Raleigh the most for Atlanta yesterday. I don't think. Let me double check. Let me go back on Twitter here. I don't think I put. Look at my pick from yesterday. No, I didn't. I didn't put Austin on this ticket. So remember, Yandy hit 3 HRRs if I remember. But Corbin hit the 3 HRRs. Bobby hit the 3 HRRs yesterday. Schwarber, he went yard. He hit. I think it was half of the ticket went hit yesterday. So if I would have if I would have round robin this ticket, I would have had a winner, a little bit of a winner. But let me just look at this real quick. Let me see my slip. Yeah, it was half, because Alec Burleson didn't do anything. Goodman didn't do anything. And Yandy, I remember Yandy had 2 HRs. He was sitting on 2 for the longest, and then I ended up going to sleep. So I just didn't get a chance to look at the ticket. So Ozuna's, he's officially in the weak spot. I don't think he was in the weak spot yesterday. So I'm just like wondering if he may go back to back tonight or today or whatever time. But I'm not sure about Vinny though. Vinny is in the weak spot at 3. Joey, former Pirate, he allows roughly 3 hits more recently over the last several games. He pitches, he struggles pitching versus lefties, which, again, Vinny is a lefty. So let's look at him battling against lefties. Okay, he's shutting lefties down. Because now, as you see, not a lot of them are getting any real. So it's either fly balls or ground balls. So Vinny may not do anything. He may not. Well, we can look at Bobby though. Maybe Bobby, because he's a righty. Now Bobby's 0-7 though against Joey. But again, he's been having more success in the last 5 games. He's 3-2 of getting basically 4 more HRRs, which is great. Against lefties, he's hitting them. Singles. He had a triple even against a lefty. A double just a few days ago. He's green in all of his splits. Again, he's 0-7 against Joey. So there's that. Let me look at Angel here. He struggles against lefty batters. Look at Matt. Hold on. Let me look at his okay, Joey's giving up more hard hits to lefties. And then Angel's giving more hard hits to righties. As well as home run fastball percentage as well. Let me relook at Matt real quick. Matt's been more struggling against lefties though. Okay. So maybe not Matt. And I just don't know about Adam. If Adam does anything, it might be maybe another double, because he's at least gotten 2 doubles against the 2 lefties that he's faced. Maybe. Excuse me. Salvador. Could you possibly wake up, sir? Could you possibly go out here and get, say, 2 total bases or 2 to 3 HRRs today? You are struggling against lefties. This might be a spot where Kansas City doesn't get that many runs. Maybe even in the first half. Maybe. See, Sean was more on a heater earlier, back here at the beginning of the month, middle of the month. He's pretty much fallen. He's pretty much slowed down on a downhill right now. He's green against the pitch mix, which is great. Versus lefty, he look at this. All these home runs, son. Oh, okay. So you sir love batting 7th. So now I'm wondering, is he gonna get a random, I don't know, 3 HRRs, maybe 3 total bases, because he hasn't had more than 2 the last 10. He did on the more so the beginning of July, where he had 3 or more total bases in 2 games. Well, technically, no, sorry, 4 games. But again, this was the beginning of the month. Now we're on the last day of the month. He does hit the slider and the sinker outside of his batting average being low. And technically does do great against the fastball. It's just that, you know, his batting average is super low. He strikes out more against the fastball. Should I take a chance on Sean? I'm curious. Should I take a chance on Sean? Come back to you in a moment. So the real question for this game is, are the Nationals gonna at least score 4 runs in this game? That's the question at hand. Because James is just super silent on a lot of stuff. So I don't know if I can even trust James, because he's, if anything, he's gonna pick it back up next month. And now it may not start tomorrow. Wait. I'm sorry. Tomorrow's not the first day of the month. I apologize. Friday's the first day of the month, because I keep forgetting. I get paid on Friday. So if he doesn't do anything today, he may do something tomorrow. I don't know. Again, he's facing off against Ryan. Well, the Nationals in general. He struggles against righties. He has a little bit more 2-baggers against lefties. Either way, he's pretty much struggling just in general, because more recently, as you see, some cats are getting singles, doubles, home runs, more recently over the last few days. So, well, no, my fault. That's just the athletics. That's my fault. But still, he's been struggling. So this should be a spot. This really should be a spot where Washington takes advantage of Ryan struggling just in general. So dialing. Spit hot fire. The homie here might get something today. Again, might. Oh, look at you. You've been hitting the change up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about Lau here because he is either going to do something or he's not. Let me look at Paul, because Paul every so often he'll do something, but it's an every so often thing with him. As you see, more recently he was getting under the righties' pitches, just not too much of anything to show. 2-2-2. Okay, but his line drive is 20. As long as it's 20 or higher, that's still decent enough. You know, I never looked at Josh. I think this is my first time looking at Josh all season so far. Okay. He's been struggling against righties. He did have a double on the 21st. He's batting well in the month. And he's batting well on the day. He bats better batting 6. Okay. CJ. Can CJ go back to back with total bases and HRRs? It's the question at hand. Let me see. So he bats really great away. Look at that, 316 batting average, 615 slug, 998 OPS. He's just struggling on Wednesdays. He's doing decent enough versus righties, decent enough batting first. And technically, per the spots that he normally bats, this is literally where he bats all the time, pretty much. His OPS is 826. I am curious. I'm just curious. Still really not finding much with the Nationals game. All right, now this game I feel like can go above the number. If I remember correctly, it was 9. Let me just go back and double check because this is outlier here. Yeah, it's 9. I personally feel like this can go over, even though the books are saying that it possibly could go under. But let me look at this because Walker is pitching. Right now, granted, he didn't allow any hits earlier in the month, but more recently he has. He pitches well versus both, even though the OBA is down to 240. While Adrian, he allows hits mostly, 4 or more. He's struggling against righties. Pitch mix is super down, right? Let me relook at Walker's pitch mix. It's like 50-50 mostly. No, that's more green than anything. But again, I kind of believe that the Rockies can get at Walker's pitches. They, maybe 1 or 2 of them can hit a home run today. Plus, he allows more home runs to righties. Now, Adrian, he's actually pitching well in the midst of his hard hits being high. He's not allowing a lot of home runs. But I still kind of feel like Philly can get under his pitches, maybe possibly still score 4 runs. And, of course, like I said, Chicago score 4 runs, which I believe that the score could end on a 5-4, maybe more so a 6-4 type of thing, maybe 6-5 score tonight. That's my prediction for this game. But at the same time, could possibly go under. More than likely possibly be a 1-0 score, 2-1 score type of thing. Just might be one of those days where these 2 pitchers actually handle business and get some strikeouts and shut some batters down and get some outs and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. But 2 specific batters on the White Sox that I targeted was Toshman. He's a lefty versus Walker, who's a righty. He is struggling. He has no hits against Walker currently. But against the pitch mix, Walker hits the four seam. He hits the sinker. He sort of kind of hits the cutter, which is his most pitched. And he definitely hits the splitter. So I kind of feel like Tauchman can get, say, 2 total bases, say 2 HRRs. So HR is the one that I targeted for him. More recently, over the last few days, he's been hitting the ball. He's hit a home run. He hit a single. He hit a double. So he's like right there where you want him to be. And then per his splits, 50-50 at home, green during the day, green during the month, green on the day, green versus righties, and green batting first, even though his slug is down. He still has a 758 OPS. As I always say, 700 or higher OPS is still good. Again, of course, you want it to be 800, 900, or definitely the 1.77 here for where he bats fifth. This is a great spot, but he's not batting there. So I personally believe that Tauchman can do something tonight. And then, like I said, the other batter is Benintendi, either total base or HRR. Same thing, struggling. Nice. Glad that you were looking at Tauchman for HRRs, fam. That's good. So, same thing with Tauchman. Benintendi is struggling against Walker. Struggling against the pitch mix. But again, same thing. More recently, he had back-to-back home runs on the 27th. He had a single and a double just in the last week alone, the last several days. Now, per his splits, he's green at home, 50-50 during the day, 50-50 in the month of July. Green on the day, like basically super green. His OPS is 1.01, which is definitely great. That's where you want it to be. 50-50 versus righties, but struggling batting third, where he bats the most, with his OPS being low, under 700. So again, I personally believe that both these batters can get, say, 2 total bases, 2 HRRs. If you want to parlay that, more than likely is a plus 100 something, more than likely. But let's look at, I didn't get a chance to look at Chase. Let's look at Chase. Let's see. He's more of a HRR batter, but he's been struggling in the last 5 games, though. His line drive is good, 33. More recently, he's been getting under the ball, pushing it above 200. He did have a double and a single recently. Oh, even the last week, he had 3 singles and a double. So that's good. Let's look at his splits. 50-50 at home and during the day. Struggling in July. 50-50 on the day. Struggling versus righties. 50-50 batting second, where he bats the most. Maybe he'll do something today. Let's look at Miguel. He's struggling against Walker too. Okay, more recently he's struggling to get any HRRs. Let's see. Struggling against the pitch mix. Struggling to get any EV, get any under the ball stuff. Let's see. Struggling in July. Yep. I definitely mentioned that. Yep. He definitely had back-to-back home runs. So he's 50-50 for most of his splits. But where he bats the most is batting fourth. His OPS is still good, 743. Okay, San Diego just update it. Let's fix that. So again, like I said, those are the 2 batters that I've been feeling. Okay, Blue Jays scored 2 runs. Random straw at the bottom of the Blue Jays lineup hit a home run. Barger has a run in. Okay, Mullins didn't do anything. His first at bat. So we'll see what happens on the second round. Okay, Cole Keith has not a home run, but a hit for the. You know what? I didn't even look at Cole Keith. Let's look at him real quick, because he's in a weak spot too. I don't know why I didn't look at Cole. Man, he's 3 for 3 against Ryan. Dude, now he's 4 for 4 because he got a hit. Yeah, Bass great on Wednesdays. Green versus righties, 50-50 batting first. Man, missed opportunity to put Colt down for, say, maybe 2 HRRs today. Maybe. Depending. Alright. So, Philly. So, again, like I said, Benintendi and Toshman are my 2 go-tos for that specific spot there for the team. Next up, let's look at Philly, because I didn't get a chance to look at them. Let's look at Bryce. He hasn't done anything against Tyler yet. He's mostly green against the pitch mix. More recently, he's gotten under the ball as far as the angle, at least. He bats well on Wednesdays. Decent enough against lefties. Decent enough batting third. His OPS is high, batting third at 861. That's good. I'm kind of curious if he can say go out here and get, because he's technically on the trend since the 21st. Every other game he's getting total base. Pretty much almost the same thing with his HRRs. Almost every other game is getting 3 or more HRRs, so you might want to consider taking Harper for that. So Schwarber is a possible home run hitter today. Back to back, maybe. What's his plus 200? Okay. Yeah, per his splits, most of his splits are green, except for Wednesdays. But he's at least batting second. He's doing the thing, with the OPS being 1.01. Okay. Line drive is 33. He's gotten some singles, some doubles, some RBIs. Oh, wow. Pretty much he's been getting 2 RBIs the last 10. That's great. So you may want to put him down for him possibly going yard, total base, HRR, plus he matches well against Tyler. He has two home runs and a 2-bagger with only 1 strikeout and 30 pitches. This is a spot I feel like Schwarber can launch one out the park. So for this specific game specifically, I'm thinking Toshman and Benintendi, 2 HRRs, Schwarber, 2 HRRs. But let's look at somebody else. Let's look at Turner. He's batting well on Wednesdays. Versus lefties, he's cool. Versus batting first, he's cool. 89 OPS. Oh, you know what? No, let me not forget about the homie Nick. Now, he doesn't have any HRR info. Let me pull it up on my phone here. All right, so the last 10. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The last 10, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 6-4 the last 10 of getting 2 or more HRRs for Nick. So he struggles against the cutter out of like the top 3. He can hit the sinker, but he doesn't. Tyler doesn't throw that much. Nick still might be. Let me look at Odo because he more so randomly decided he wanted to start hitting a little bit. You know, he was in the weak spot on the 27th, and he, as you see, he hit 2 home runs that day. So there's that. He bats well against lefties. He's loving this. What you call it? Whoa! Look at his line drive, 43%. Son, look at his EVs. Nice. But again, he hasn't done. He's had a double, a home run, 2 singles, but that's all within the last 2 months against lefties. But it's like more of a 3 out of 5 type of thing. So it's under the 500%. So no, not. Let me look at max. So it might just be, this is literally what I'm thinking in the back of my brain. Yeah. So if anything, I'll probably just do a 4-leg, and I'll probably just do Toshman, Benintendi, Schwarber, and Harper for 2 HRRs. That's what I'll probably do for that game. The power game, I did not see anything. Just being honest, when I was looking at the game. Yeah, there's really nothing that I see. Like, Mike is pitching, but he's been shutting down, even though in the midst of him struggling some against lefties. I'm just not sure if San Fran, because he's still striking batters out, I'm just not sure if San Fran can score like 4 or 5 runs against a hometown team here. And then we're facing off against Logan, who, yes, he's allowing hits, but he's still getting strikeouts. And we're just not a, we sort of kind of was getting some hits, sort of kind of getting some runs recently, but then we just fell off again. So I don't know. Let me see anything with the pick game. Now, Yu is pitching, right? He doesn't get that many strikeouts. He pitches well against lefties and righties. Pitch miss is like, yeah, it's like mostly green. But he's still been allowing some hits versus righties and lefties. So maybe Juan does something. Maybe Pete does something. Nemo. And then Clay is pitching. Same thing. Doesn't get that many strikeouts, but he's been allowing some hits, but he's struggling against left and rights. I don't know if like Manny could go yard. Gavin's been just like quiet as heck. Every other game getting two HRRs. Yeah, he's been kind of quiet. I think Manny went yard yesterday. Yeah. He had 5 HRRs yesterday. Man. He's been hitting righties. So it looks like he's in the best spot. Green for a lot of his stuff. Which includes batting third. OPS is 899. I don't know. You didn't do anything. He had 2 HRRs last night. For Jake. No relation to Jake from Steak Farm. Yeah. Okay. But anything, like I said, Juan looks like he might show up. Maybe. Let me look at his HRR stuff because it's not showing up here. Dude, I really need to go get some lunch. Because otherwise I'm going to start getting a headache. Oh, he's in. Oh, that's why. So never mind on Juan. He has a foot contusion or something. Dude. Okay, Lindor, he bats well against you. More recently, he had a couple of doubles this month, 2 singles. Okay. Pete. So Pete's just been super quiet, dog. His best matchup is the sinker per the pitch mix. He's just been super quiet, son. So I don't know. Kind of trying to rush through some of these other games because like I said, I need to go get something to eat. Cause I can feel a headache coming on. I don't like it. Cause I usually eat around 12:30. Hunter did not come through for me yesterday. Pretty much same spot because he bats well. He batted well yesterday, and he bats well again today. Just don't know where he's batting at yet. Let me look at Jordan, and you know what? Let me look at Jose here. He had 2 total bases yesterday, 4 HRRs, 1 hit, which is a home run against Kyle. He's, I want to say, sort of kind of struggling against lefties more recently for the month. like back into July. I'm curious about Jose. Let me look at Angel here. Now he's been struggling to really get anything in the last 10 games. Or more recently for real. But he's had 3 doubles against lefties. No, 4. Just over the course of the month. And a home run. So he actually does bat well against lefties. He still might be a play for maybe 2 total base or 2, well, maybe even 2 HRRs. Because total bases looks like it's not really working for him currently. I did. He's there. It's just he just has to go out there and get the job done. That's why I put him down for HRRs at least 2, just in case he doesn't hit a home run today. Doyle, you might be a 2 total base guy, maybe even maybe a HRR more than anything. You bat well against lefties. You actually like the changeup and the sinker, which he doesn't pitch that much, but at least the changeup he does. But he throws the fastball more. Yeah, lefties, he's doing great. Where does he bat the most at? First, 5th. That's where he struggles the most. Well, no, he struggles the most 5th because his batting average is down. And okay. So Kyle was in the weak spot yesterday, and as you see, he hit 2 home runs yesterday. 2 of them things. So today he may not do anything. That's the only thing. So I don't know. Let me look at Kyle. This is going to be my last look because, like I said, I'm starting not to feel well. I need to go get some food and lay down. Let me look at Kyle and Alec, and I'm going to maybe possibly make a decision. Maybe auto. Let me look at Kyle. So for sure, he could be a total base guy. That's right, I did put him on my list for at least like 2 HRRs. He had a double yesterday, a single the day before, a home run. Well, not the day before, but yeah. So he's still handling business. No info against Kyle either. Most of his home runs are against lefties too. Who knows? Kyle might hit a home run a day. I looked at Sean. I did. I looked at Sean. Like, he is green. He's been hitting lefties, sure. But the only thing is Wednesdays he's struggling, and now he's batting better against lefties with the OPS, pretty much high at 926. It's just the Wednesday is what was mostly throwing me off on possibly putting him down for HRRs or total base. Plus, his info, he's not doing too well either. That's the only other thing. So there's a chance that he could maybe go yard, maybe get some total base, maybe get some HRRs, and maybe just not do anything at all. So I don't really know what I would want to do with Sean in general. Even though, granted, he's only had 4 pitches thrown to him by Angel here, so there's that too. Let me look at Alec real quick. Yeah, let me okay. All right. I'm done for the day. I need to go get some lunch. I need to go eat and then lay down because I'm really starting not to feel well. Maybe Neto. Yeah, no, I know. Like I said, I saw that, but I don't think that he'll hit a home run today. If he does, great, but it'll just be something that I miss. I'm just not going to take him myself. I'm glad that you took him. I hope that he cashes and hits another 2 home runs today. But I'm just going to just not pick him just because he just might not do anything. Corey. Oh. All right. And then, of course, let me do this real quick. If anything, Nick and Kyle look their normal spots. They look like they'll they look like they may get some total base and HRRs if they don't go yard today. Because Kyle's at least been getting some singles recently. Come on. Yes. There goes my laptop. It froze. There we go. Yeah, he bats really well against lefties. Yeah, pretty much. Kurtz, once again, could be in the spot. He might go yard today. Second to last day. Now, I said it correctly. Second to last day of the month. Per his stuff is pretty much green. And Shea, he has been on a tear. Look at this. 4 home runs the last 5. 4 of them things. But he's struggling against Wu, though. So I don't know. Alright. I have some picks in already. If I do put any other picks in, I'll post them over on possibly my Twitter. But I'm out. I need to go get some lunch. I need to lay down. It's almost 2 o'clock. Man, feel like I need to take a nap. But I'm out. Thanks, fam, for coming through today. But tomorrow, let's look at tomorrow. Okay, Boston just scored 2 runs. Twins scored a run too. Story hit another home run. He was in this weak spot today. So he went back to back. He hit a home run yesterday. Okay, Anthony has a hit. Dorn struck out the first at bat. Gonzalez has a hit. And then for the Twins, Wallner went. I looked at Wallner too, but this was off stream. I wasn't sure about Wallner. Jeffers got a hit. Okay, nothing from the Diamondbacks Tigers game. Vlad got a hit. Barger got a run in. And okay, Gunner got 2 HRRs. Holiday got 2 HRRs. So missed opportunity once again. All right, cool. All right, y'all. Holla at y'all. Oh wait. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. There's only. It's only 3 games tomorrow. There's a 105 game and then a 7:10 and a 9:40. First time in a long time that a Thursday night spot has less than 6 games. I think recently, over the last month and a half, there were like 5 games on a Thursday, if I remember correctly. So this is like the most, or the most that we've seen that there wasn't that many games for a Thursday. So we shall see. But Friday, 15 games. So the hope Friday after work, when I get home and handling business, I'll look to stream Friday. But tomorrow, I probably won't stream tomorrow. But yeah, we need Mullins. Hopefully he handles his business. But I'm out, y'all. Stay safe, stay humble. Talk to y'all later. Peace.